In this video, I'm going to show you an AI automation that can completely replace your $1,200 a month Instagram researcher. And how it basically works is this automation discovers their competition, scraps their best performing content, and once it does that, it analyzes what makes it go viral. And once it does that, it then creates an imitation of the hook that made it go viral that you can use for your reels and videos. And then finally, it delivers you a weekly report of what you should post next within the next 7 days, implementing all of the hooks and strategies that have been imitated for virality. With this workflow, you can literally recreate virality. Before I jump into a demo and how it works, I'm first going to show you how my client used to previously do it so that you can get more context. So my client's goal was basically to grow his Instagram account. And how he usually did it is he had a content researcher, and the content researcher will manually scroll, checking for view counts from competitors, which usually took around 1.5 to 2 hours. Then they will screenshot the hooks and add them to a Google Sheet for validation from the client, so that the client actually knows if they can recreate that kind of content. Then they use AI to create new hooks and organize them in a content planner. So they basically will take that idea, paste it into GPT, and try to recreate that idea. And then once that's done, they then organize them in a content planner. And after they put them in a content planner, they will then brainstorm new ideas from the content planner to try and recreate a virality. And it usually took the client around $1,200 a month to do it. With this automation, you can do it for $17 a month. And I will also drop the template link in the description. So now for a demo of how it works. The first part is crafting the competitors list. So basically, a lot of times you will know the type of competitors you have, and that's why I created this part after some feedback. So this is how you manually enter your competitor. Just execute this workflow, and a form will pop up. Or put your competitor's username here, and they will be automatically added to a Google Sheet like this. But a lot of times you do not actually know if you do not actually know who your competitors are. So if you don't know who your competitors are, there is this second workflow that does the magic for you. And how it basically works is all you have to do is in this second node right here called username, you will have to enter your username. This is Rohak Arya. I really like his content, so I was kind of trying to imitate his virality. But anyway, all you have to do is enter your username in here, and then execute this workflow. And what happens in the background is this workflow will get your username and go to Instagram and try to see people who are in a similar niche to you. And once it does that, it's going to craft a list of about 50 to 80 people. And once it does that, it's going to limit it to the top 20 for who have similar content to you. So at the moment I have it to 2 so that it doesn't take it forever to run, but you can change that in this node by getting it to 20. Just add a 0 there and you will be good, or you can even have 30 or 40. And once it does that, it will then take their profiles and populate this sheet right here. So once we have got our competitors, all you have to do is manually check if they are actually in our niche, or if we want to produce similar content to them. And that might be the only manual task you have to do when you have this automation. So let's say you really like a automation Dennis, and you like his stuff or his content. All you have to do is try to get him to the top, because later in the automation we will only use the top 5 to try and copy or imitate their content. So you can have them up the top. You don't really like his content, so I'm going to leave him right there. But basically it is going to filter through the top 5. So make sure that the top 5 is people who you really want or who you find their content are really interesting and something that you can actually imitate. The second part of the workflow is the actual chunky part. So when I click on execute, and how it basically works is it uses Apify, which is a really popular web scraper. And so Apify hosts a lot of scrapers out there, and it usually is a useful tool for AI and automation. And this is what we use to scrap that Instagram data. And once we do that, it's going to take the top 5, as we mentioned previously in the list. Then it's going to download all those files. And after downloading them, it's going to transcribe those reels. And once it transcribes your competitors' reels, it's going to analyze their hooks, particularly from the top performing reels. Then it's then going to populate the Google Sheet. The third part of the workflow is researching niche outliers. So what this basically does is it gets the top best reels and then sort them by the highest views and limit it to top 3 or top 5. You can also limit it to top 6 using this node right here. And once that's done, it then sends all that information to this AI agent right here. And this AI agent basically creates a content plan that you can use for the next 7 days. And once that's done, it sends it over to Slack. It can also send it over to your email or WhatsApp or wherever you'd like it to send it you to. And I'm going to wait for this to finish running because it takes some time. So here's a report that I actually got. It's a pretty cool report. It shows me my top competitors reels with engagement rates, and it also gives me winning patterns that I can use and imitate for my automations. Here are the data driven hooks ideas that it got me that I can use in my content. And previously you will spend a lot of time to get this done. If you feel like this is something that can be used in your business, then stick around because I'm going to show you how to set everything up so that you'll be good to go. If you do not have time to set this up for yourself, then you can book a call with me and I will set this up for you for $97. Link is in the description. So now to set this up. So to set this up, the first thing you need is going to be a RapidAPI key. So how you get this is basically set up RapidAPI, just go to rapidapi.com and search David Gellings, or you can instead search Instagram Scrapper 2025, and it will look something like this. And all you have to do is subscribe to test. Right now, I've already subscribed to this API, but you will need to subscribe to it to test it, and go to the free plan. The free plan will give you an amount like 500 credits, which is so generous to try and test this out. And once you do that, take your API key right here and go back to Anytime and paste your API key in this node right here. So you paste your API key right here, and you will be good to go. You can also do that with a second workflow in this third node called RapidAPI, and that's all for the competitors. That's all for crafting the competitors list. Now we are going to go to data preparation. So for data preparation, you're going to need an Apify API token. So to actually get this, you need to go to Apify and just go to console. If you do not have an account, you can create one. Once you create an account, go to Apify or console.apify.com, or just log in to your console. Once you get to Apify, scroll down to settings and head over to API and integrations. And once you're here, you can get your API key from here. So just copy this API key with this button right here. Head over to NHN, go back to NHN, paste your API key right here, and you'll be good to go. Now let's look at the next thing you need. OpenRouter. Yeah, so this is really important. Just to show you how it works. This node right here, or this attachment to this AI agent, is the OpenRouter connection we will need. And what OpenRouter does is it's almost like an OpenAI chat model, but with OpenRouter you can choose whichever model you will want to use in this one node. And the reason why it's super important is for the hook analyzer we will use 4.1 mini, but for some much more complicated tasks that need much more intelligence, we will use the most powerful model I know out there, Cloud4 Sonnet. So to set up OpenRouter, all you need to do is go over to OpenRouter. All you have to do is go over to OpenRouter, create an account. Once you create an account, load your account with some credits. $10 should be enough to take you for the whole month. Once you've loaded some credits, go over to API keys, and yeah, you will be presented with an API, your API key right there, or you can create a new API key. Then head over back to Anytime with your API key. Go over to this node right here, and all you have to do is there's this stencil at the end, and paste your API key right here, and you will be good to go. And finally, the final part is going to be Google Sheets. So you will need to have this sheet prepared. I will send it over in the link in the description. And that's all you need to set this up. Oh, for the last part, which is Slack, you can use Slack, you can use email for this. So if you do not know how to set up Slack, you can actually replace this with Gmail. So, and have it send a message. Where's the message node? Yeah, so you can have it send a message to your Gmail account. I just used Slack because my client used Slack, so there's no need for complicating this part. So if you like the video, living a life could really go a long way, and I will see you in the next one.